I don't think I'm ever going to be able to go back to building just one house per video. Look at the progress we've made in such a short amount of time. What is going on, geeks? UniteTheClans here, back in your life with another episode of Ark Building Evolved. This is the creative building series that we do, and we've been messing around here a little bit lately with some live streams and one recent episode building this harbor town area. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, new to the series, this is not a step-by-step thing like my tutorials. This is me working out an idea, trying to bring it to life, cutting away from you guys, doing some building, bringing you back, showing you what I've worked on. So that's what you're in store for today. And we have some work to do around this docks area. If you haven't been paying attention, if you've missed episode 17 or any of the live streams, we've added some detail, some work. I think in the last live stream we added in this big stone staircase. It really stands out right now, so it's going to eventually need a coat of paint, but it leads up to this back alley and up to here where we're going to do a second row of buildings. Now, before we get to a second row of buildings, we need a first row of buildings. So I need to work out what is going to go along us here on the right as we run past our docks, because what we've got up here is the entrance to a bridge. So I've been playing around with Structures Plus, the ramp stairs, and clipping them right into the wall so they just merge beautifully like that. This is a modded PC PvE building series. Get all that stuff out of the way, and that's got me thinking about this. I'm right up to the edge of the water, and now I'm thinking about how do we build along the edge of the water all the way along? How do we make this a canal, like a sort of a central feature of the town or village that we're building? And then, I mean, we got so much potential here. We still got tree platforms. We got all kinds of stuff. So, what am I thinking about for today? I'm thinking about, where does this boardwalk go? Are there buildings here where I'm standing? Or are there only buildings up here? Because this is going to be a staircase. How do I transition the two? Do I just keep bringing buildings across? We'll have to figure it out, because right here, too small for a building, for sure. And then we get this grande staircase that leads up to this kind of stone one that may eventually lead up to like a church-type building. We'll figure that out. But then this is a triple staircase, so this kind of has got to get you up onto the boardwalk, doesn't it? So maybe I could do one more house here, leave a space around this stone. One more house here, or nothing. Or maybe we just go back to building houses along this edge. I'll figure it out. A couple things I want to try out. Somebody had suggested, so in the first episode, we did these docks. We just piled up storage containers and feeding troughs and tables and preserving bins and beer barrels, and we tried to make it look like a busy, crowded cargo area for a dock. Somebody said the thing that you're missing that's going to look awesome there is a cage. But maybe that would be from like more of a fishing related dock and less of a cargo one. So I have this out here, which is a pier or a wharf that we're going to be working on. It's going to extend further, and it's going to be heavier dutier than those. And if we zoom out, oh yeah, I got an awesome outfit befitting of my location here. But we've got room to expand this. So you could totally picture this is where the fishing boats come in and out. And if we could get a few of these cages stacked up, if only we had multiple sizes. Oh, and if only I had multiple cages. I only spawned in one. But that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Alright, something like that. Starting to give it some look. I think that could work. We'll have to figure out exactly what this area is for, what building is going to go back here, if it'll be a big warehouse type building or what. But yeah, we got some fishing cages, compost bins, small storage containers, and that is how that looks. Now the other thing I wanted to try is to do with this big decorative staircase. Yeah, what about something like this to frame it in, to make it look more intimidating, more substantial? Yeah, I'm liking this already. How is that looking? This end has come together pretty quick, actually. Those two changes I like. This definitely makes these more sturdy, more impassable. There's something about this I don't love, the way that it blends in with the wood of this boardwalk area. There's something I'm not in love with, but Something I like a lot about this, and then that dock just suddenly, this pier, this wharf suddenly looks more active with all this stuff on it. I think it's working for us. So what I'm going to do away from camera, guys, is slap in some houses. More probably in this Tudor medieval looking style that we've played with already. You know how to do that if you've been watching the series. We already did that. So I'm going to slap in some more houses, try and find something that's going to look good up and around what we've already built. Framing in these docks, leading up to this staircase and leading up to what could be a cool looking bridge over this this river. I'm just taking a minute to marvel this map and to dramatically show you guys the ridiculous amount of work I've done. Don't be mad that I did so much off camera. I was having issues with the server where it was kicking me all the time and it didn't feel like I should start recording, so I just kept building. I'll leave some of this for as a surprise, but when I last left you, we were talking about extending a bridge, potentially. Well, I went and I made that bridge, and this is it. It doesn't look exactly like I had... Ooh, there you go. Doesn't look exactly like I had imagined initially. It's a little bit thinner and less beefy than I thought, but as I've done this, I've kind of been doing it from the perspective of I'm walking through here, I need this to look good. So I want to be able to see the river through here. So I use the wooden stairs that come with Structures Plus now. Those are the ramps. Hopefully we get this in Vanilla Ark. I use the railings that you can use with Structures Plus, taking full advantage now that I've opened up those possibilities to me. I just think you can build so much cooler stuff. And I wanted, as you came over this bridge, for there to be a sense of something, for there to feel like something was going on. So we've got this big building on our left, and you know what, we'll come back and take a look at these after we take a break. We've got this big one here, and I did it all with adobe and wood, and I've just got a wall separating things up here. So like that might be a area where you load animals in and out of this big warehousey looking building, like that. And then there's just a little kind of, this is almost like a dockmaster's house, like somebody was calling that one down there. Light coat of paint on it, and it stands out from the other ones, and I did a ridiculous amount of fireplaces in there, so it's got chimneys galore. Alright, we're just taking a speed look, then we'll come to it. We'll take a longer look at some of these. So this is a building. I wanted to extend one of them out over this upper boardwalk, and the easiest way for me to do that was to take a building from the second boardwalk or whatever we're on, and have it come over the top. I've got torches hidden under here, so this looks magnificent at night. We'll have to come back and take a look at this place once it's actually dark. And so this house, it definitely needs work. It needs to go to paint, or it needs something to, you know, go up beside it to fill the space. But yeah, that's mostly it. I did a little bit of like detail work down here, trying to make this look busier. I think I might jam some stuff in there. I don't know. Just put whatever I can squeeze back there. Make it look like it's all being held or set aside for some reason. And then I've got this, which is going to eventually be like a market stall or something. Well, we'll play it by ear. Oh, and this is that new bird. Hesperornis. I thought he looked kind of at home here, so I snuck one of them in. He makes a weird noise. Keeps freaking me out. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna take a break. I feel like this is probably a decent first chunk of the video for you guys today. And before we go, don't forget to click the like button if you enjoy it. This series has always gotten a ridiculous amount of likes from you guys, so go ahead, keep it up. And patron shout out. This one is for two best friends, which I love that that's something that's happened on the server, for Alpha Ghost 95 and Mini Ogre 48. So Alpha, Mini, thank you guys, and appreciate the support over on Patreon. And for all of you guys, we will be back in a bit. We'll take a deeper look at a couple of these buildings, the highlights, and then we'll build more. Okay, welcome back, guys. Time to dive into more exploration of these builds. So some of these, there's a real mix of it's like made to look really good on one side of the building. It's going to look like crap on the inside. So there's some areas I've done the inside, some I haven't. This is just like one of these narrow little windy paths. Well, this, if you sneak your way up here through this little narrow cramped staircase, you can come around to here, where I've got a bunch of storage hidden in a little like decorative feature. We have a staircase there that you can see through to the bottom of. Well, that is this is the upstairs of the house. It definitely, this is one of those where I'm talking about the only things that are really in here are things that make it look good on the outside. I haven't done much to the inside, except wind my way down there with a staircase. So I took my staircase down. You can go out the back door, you can sneak out to the front of the street, or you can come down this way. And this is another hidden staircase. It feels like it's hidden, but we're just inside the boardwalk. And you come down, I think we're under a little, what are we? I don't know what we are. And you wander into this building. So this is that big, oh, well, auto close. Okay, so this is that big one. I feel like this would be a great spot for loading, unloading. You're right near that fishing wharf. Maybe you, like, this is a ramp you could extend out. I don't know. I was just playing around with ideas. I made so all these doors are decorative, but then you've got another one of these just up this way. So, and that puts you out on this side of the thing. I haven't figured out what to do beyond here. None of these houses really have backs on them or anything like that, but work in progress. I'm liking how it's coming together. And that's that. Then I did this little building, which is totally useless. It's basically just, how do you cram 3 fireplaces in a 2x1 building? That was my only game plan. So I can get chimneys sticking out at 3 different heights. And then I put a cute paint job on it. I just needed something to break it up and to make, because it's boring if you just have to walk straight. Like, I know the way that I'm building here is kind of silly, and it's not going to be that useful to a lot of people if you're playing in a competitive PvP environment. But if you're just goofing off or trying to make the best looking area you can, man, I feel like we got potential to take that further in this game, to build some really cool little areas. So this just takes you up to a little balcony. I haven't done much up here. It's sort of like this upper level boardwalk, and I basically made it go under this house, which I don't know if we can even get inside. I wanted to create like a covered walkway, which we totally nailed. Until this gets a paint job, I'm not sure how these materials are going to work together. Dang, it's getting dark, isn't it? I stashed torches back here, and they're accessible from above. Let's try and get our way into that house. We can go take a peek at it. It's probably got no back on it. That is correct. Brilliant. So I've got these little glass things here, and it looks like they're basically up against wood, but if you look carefully, I think you can access a torch through there. I don't know how I did what I did. I don't even remember how I did what I did, but that's how it came together. And I've got more greenhouse type glass right here, which I guess I got to get those on manual. So Structures Plus, they open and close doors for you. It's very strange if you're coming from vanilla building, and I spend time doing both. So, oh gosh, this is a pain. So I did some really funky things to try and make. Oh, come on. Yeah. Perfect. So I did some really funky things to try and make this all work. I've got really played around with foundations using pillars to reposition stuff and get it in weird positions so that you've got this kind of like, what is it, a 2-wide? Yeah, it's a 2-wide house, but the front of it is got a super weird, it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a 1 2/2 wide. It is too wide, but I've managed to center it like that on the front. And I think it came out pretty cool, and it was all a result of playing with these triangular foundations. I feel like I'm rambling, guys, and I feel like I've shown you a lot of what we've done that you hadn't seen before. We've looked at all these buildings, so I guess all that's left for me to do is to build some more. I don't want to stay away from you guys too long, but this area has come together. There's something going on here. Like, maybe we could use something here, now that I think about it. But this area has come together. As you run through it, it has a real feel to it, a real vibe. I did this, a little bit of greenhouse glass up there. But, I mean, it's got some flow. So we can figure out our next move just by wandering down here. It should probably be something to fill that gap visually. Or, if we come down here, or whatever's next here. So let's go climb up here and see. Oh, you big idiot. Yeah, you could put something back here. I don't know. I don't want to get too carried away. Maybe I'll play around with it, guys. I'll see about putting a little something right here, and maybe putting a little something right here, and we'll be working our way up to like a church and a back alley for the first couple houses we built. I'm enjoying making lots of progress, so I think I'm going to keep building. Yeah, I'm going to take another break, guys. Thank you for hanging out. Let me go do some more work. Only a moment will pass for you, but I'm going to go get some real work done, bringing this harbor town to life. BRB. And welcome back, guys. Take a look at how things are coming together. It probably doesn't look drastically different from here, but I've done a few little things, and we'll see how obvious they are. We've added in some dinos, so I've decided this is kind of like a loading dock, so that's why it's up there. You'd kind of be lifting crates up to this height, and then they're going to come out of this sort of warehousey building and load onto those calicotheriums. Those will be like the pack horses, and then I got these guys, a bunch of little monkeys. This is like a smuggler's corner. I haven't known what to do with this this boulder yet, and once I put a bunch of Mesopithecus in like little hats, so they look like a gang of thugs going, pay the toll before you go through, pay the toll. It looks like that's the kind of thing they'd be doing. So I like it. It's bringing some life to this place, and I've gone and just kind of thrown up some quick temporary stuff over here. This is a big one I'm playing with, is when I look at this little area where the calicos are, eventually there'll be a back on this house, and it's probably going to go straight across there. It'll be really simple. So this will be like a little footpath that'll take you up and over to this side. This has got to be the way out for the calicos, or for whatever is coming and going from here. So I was working on a little ramp, and with Structures Plus, I think I showed you guys this last time. Let's do it right now. You can convert the ramp to stairs and vice versa. So you can have it look like that, or you can go ahead and put stairs in there. And I went and put slope walls and walls all the way up the side. Speaking of, I probably have one extra. Oh, wrong one. There we go, something like that. And then I wanted something that was going to be suitable for these guys. And I didn't want to have a dinosaur back here that was, or a creature back here that was too big for a one-wide pathway. So I'm thinking this would get you up and to who knows where. Maybe it curves and goes up this way next, and we bank towards one of those. I have no idea. That's too many plans, too much time ahead in the future. So I'm gonna get this guy tucked back in here, and we're gonna have to figure out exactly what the next phase is, because I keep cutting away and building and thinking I'll bring you guys back, but building an Ark is so time consuming and occasionally frustrating that I don't. So I have to do something with this area. I have to put a coat of paint on this, because this is a very cool looking building. I'm pretty happy with it, but until that has a coat of paint on it, it's not going to be obvious at all how well it's going to stand out from the curve. And I probably, you know what? I probably need to go back on a boat. I probably need to get on a boat, whoop, back up, and take a look at this and see how this feels as a harbor town. What's it missing? Maybe it needs cranes. Maybe it needs a boat. You know what? I think there might be too much variety. There might be too many different patterns and colors and things like that. Interesting. Because it's not until you back up and take a good look at it that you don't see, like, okay, well, I got a brown building with a red roof and gray details, and then I got a tan building with a white roof and dark details, and then I got a dark building with light details and a... Yeah, maybe it's as simple as converting that harbor master house, or whatever we were calling it, the dock master's house. Maybe it's as simple as converting that to match the one behind it to the left there. It might be that easy. Like if we take this from whatever it is, navy and white, to tan and mud, or whatever that is, maybe it'll blend right in. Or maybe it'll help things blend right in, because those are some of the colors we use down on the far end too. Maybe I just have to paint the roof. Okay, I got work to do, guys. Work to do. I hate that. I tried to do something colorful on that unique looking building with the dormer on the front, and damn do I hate that. But the one to the left, the one that I said was everything was standing out too much, I feel like that works. It goes back to, it fits in with the building behind it really well. And if you come around here, you will see I have slapped a coat of paint on this, the adobe part that goes behind. You'll see some adobe walls facing in one way, some facing the other way, everything with a paint scheme to make it pop. And gentlemen, excuse me, pardon me. And if you make your way back here, you will see, I like lots of this. I like big, vast swaths of this, but the orange and the green are not working in this harbor town. I think we need much more muted colors. Yeah, I was hoping for just something with some pop to it, but that is not going to be the thing. I feel like I must have to go away and work on this a little bit more, guys, before we can call this an episode. I got more work to do. I need to bring that building, I need to make that building make sense. And then I either need to get rid of these stairs and put a building here, because it feels like that would be a good spot to have a building. And maybe you could sneak a little staircase up here. Do we need another building right here? We need something. This area is a little bit too funky for me. Okay, so what I'll do, guys, I'm gonna go away and try and work on this paint scheme. Try and make it not suck, and I will be back. I don't think I'm ever gonna be able to go back to building just one house per video. Look at the progress we've made in such a short amount of time. This place is looking fantastic. So, follow me down here, guys. I mentioned two things I wanted to do. I wanted to get a paint job on this building up here, and you're starting to see it now. I went with a white, green, and brown combo, and it kind of works for the wood part that's on the front. It doesn't stand out too drastically from the colors of the adobe building it's attached to, and it's not too bright, too garish. It does let us get a little splash, a little pop of color in there. Pretty minimal pop of color, but I think I'm liking it. It's going to stay for the moment. And we needed something to occupy this space. And I was like, can I put a building there? What's going to go there? Check this bad boy out. Megatherium. Okay, so that's him. We just got this thing. It's a gigantic sloth-like creature. It looks like it should be from where the wild things are or something. It's got a very mythical feel. And we already used the Calicotheriums, which are clearly related. We already got those cow-faced mofos up there that I figured this sloth-headed freak would be perfect. I put the witch's hat skin on him. We can try some other skins. I wonder what would look good. That one kind of works, though. And then I've got a fire here, and it's not just a fire. It is a fire with torches underneath. And the S Plus torches you can colorize. You can drag and drop dye on there to change the color of the light. So if we flip it over to midnight, you'll see a very cool light color. Let's try it. Alright, so you're getting a little taste of some of the colors I've put into play here. Now, I tried a little blue in here when I first set up these torches. You can feel that, and then you come through here. This is more of like yellow, parchment, olive. It has a very cool feel to it. That campfire ain't even on. I don't have fuel in there. Check that out. And I added this up top. That is going to be a lighthouse of some kind. It's got a cage, and it's got a bunch of torches stacked up. It's got some catwalks sticking out the side for detail, pillars. I hope we haven't overdone it, but we've accomplished a lot for today, guys. And in this dreary, pouring, horrendous rain, I think I'm going to leave you. I think we're going to say goodbye. The docks are coming together. We are slowly transforming the region, and what lies ahead of us is some fun, exciting projects. If you come back here, we have a whole back alley to design, houses to fill up this space between here and the bridge. What's going to go here? Then, what goes at the top of these epic stairs? What mighty place belongs up here? And it overlooks this cute little backyard I've got down here. Check that out. We're going to have so much fun building here, guys. And then this staircase for the Calicotheriums. Where do they go? Where do they offload the goods from the harbor? We have a lot to figure out and a lot to determine. And we're starting to get a real feel to this place. And how cool is it to be able to incorporate a dino like that? Just, it's like a homeless Megatherium with a witch hat. I don't know what his deal is. But you guys will tell me which ideas you love, which ones you hate. Monkeys on a rock. We did a lot today. So I'm going to leave you guys. Once again, if you haven't done it yet, go ahead and click the like button. And that's it, guys. Thank you for the love and support on this series. I'm going to keep building and keep evolving the game of building in Ark. Thank you for watching. I'm UniteTheClans, and I will see you geeks in the next episode. Man, that's looking good at night, eh? The way this river's whipping up around us. Sexy.